I had never seen this stuff. I've got a particular phobia, and it is a phobia. I hate crabs. And I'm not talking about the STD style. I'm talking about crustacea.
Why?
I think they're horrid to look at. I won't eat them. I'll eat all other seafood. I'll eat all other seafood, but I won't eat a crab.
You'll eat lobster?
Yep. How weird is that?
That's
so insight into the adult brain. I hate the crab. I also think it's a totally unnecessary looking creature.
They're so delicious, though.
You love them. Everyone I know loves them. My children adore them. But if there's a big brown crab on a plate, I can't even sit in a room with it.
Really?
Fuck off. Just an awful thing. Also, and this is a good example, right? In the pantheon of hateful aesthetics, right?
Right.
You have an exoskeleton.
Mm-hmm.
So you're inside out. This thing or something's decided that's going to be inside out. So it has a shell to protect its soft, cuddly, and as you described, delicious innards. Why would you make that exoskeleton hairy? That's unnecessary. It's also disgusting. This thing has hairs growing out of a shell. That's the worst aesthetic of anything.
Well, very lucky they're small. It's also interesting that they catch them and snap their claws off and throw them back in the water because their claws will regenerate.
And they'll grow another claw.
Yeah.
That's from a film. That's not real.
No, it's real.
No, it shouldn't be allowed. In other words, it should be fiction.
Right.
That's from a horror movie.
Saying.
Type in coconut crab.
Oh, yeah, those are crazy. They're
huge. Like anything that you're scared of, you're fascinated by it. Someone did some research into the claw foot bite force of these things. And they were absolutely shocked at the torque and power they could generate.
Look at that guy holding one. You get a perspective.
What is that?
Size of that thing.
What is that? Come on, that's unnecessary, isn't it?
Well,
so type in claw strength of coconut crab, and you will be absolutely horrified at what they found.
Wow, look at the size of that thing. They are freakish. Where do they live?
They live on a couple of islands.
3,300 newtons. That's so nuts. That could take your hand off.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. The bite of it's stronger than the bite of most land animals, including leopards, bears, and wild dogs.
And it looks like something from a horror movie.
Do you know there's some speculation that that's what the fate of Amelia Earhart was?
Yes. So when I read that,
that she crashed, got on this island, and the coconut crabs ate her. That's insane.
I mean, luckily, I think they clamp slowly. They don't...
Yeah, but more than a leopard. What the fuck, man? So what is that thing biting through? Is that metal?
Oh, they're just horrendous. There's that lovely guy on... Instagram, who's a fisherman who does the experiments with the lobsters, and he gets the lobster crushing claw and he puts stuff in the claw and works out what they can chop in half. I find that thoroughly addictive. But crustacea like that, that's my ultimate nightmare.
It's a hard life. It's a hard life for them, you know?
Yeah.
And you can't make them pets.
No.
That's how they're wired.
So, but the stats of that, so stronger than a leopard bite.
That's so bizarre. I would have never imagined that. I would have never guessed.
No. And I stay up at night worrying about this sometimes. There's something called the Japanese, the giant spider crab. So where I used to go on holiday as a kid was this lovely old sort of Victorian-style hotel in Cornwall that was run a bit like Fawlty Towers. In fact, it was like Fawlty Towers. Had the guy that ran it that was the curious guy that made lots of jokes that people found a bit rude, but he was wonderful. And they only had about 3 magazines in their very smelly lounge area where all the old people would sit. And one of them was a National Geographic magazine from about 1975. But I'd always sit and read when my parents were doing other stuff. And it had an article about these giant spider crabs. And there was just one picture of one in a tank with its legs like 7 feet apart or something.
Well, let me see this thing.
And it stayed with me. It stayed with me for
What
years.
is it called? I was reading about these crabs.
Sorry.
I got locked into the crabs.
Giant spider crab.
Okay, spider
Mate,
Japanese spider crabs.
Just type
That's
in
where
giant,
these are from, too.
Giant spider crab.
Oh, the coconut crabs are from Japan as well?
Giant spider crab. Can't believe I'm sharing all this. Crabs are a huge problem for me. They really are. My children know. Look at this. What's that?
Wow. Are those things, do they taste good?
Look at that.
Are the coconut crabs delicious?
I've never heard of anyone eating a coconut crab.
I wonder why.
Look at,
that one in the pool? Hold on.
Jesus Christ, that's insane. That's so big. I had no idea that there was a crab that's longer than a human being.
Absolutely disgraceful thing.
Can you eat a Japanese spider crab?
Oh, I think you do. Yeah.
It looks like they got them on ice, so it looks like they're preparing a Japanese spider crab is no easy task.
Oh, you got to find a big pot.
Yeah, right. You got to break it up, I guess. Wow. Now, what about find out about the coconut crab? Can you eat coconut crabs? I might want to eat one. I'm going to send you a picture if I get one.
I'll be glad to see that it's no longer moving. I just cannot get my head.
Can you eat them?
I
Okay,
once
yes, it says above that. Above that?
an aphrodisiac.
Oh, but look, it says, yes, coconut crabs are eaten as a delicacy on some islands and are considered an aphrodisiac in other places. Some say they're tasty and don't need any extra seasoning or cooking and can be eaten after boiling for about 10 to 15 minutes. However, the species is threatened by intensive hunting. Oh, poor babies. They ate Amelia Earhart. Whose fucking side are you on?
They don't. When I was reading, they don't have shells. That's why their claws are like their protection.
Oh.
And they mostly on one island only eat other crabs.
Oh, wow, they're cannibals?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like they eat red crabs, I guess.
Oh, they eat other crab. Well, we mostly eat other animals. We're animals.
Dearie me. Well, I've shared too much there. So that's my ultimate fear.
Crabs.
I can remember several times we'd be asked on Top Gear when we were going away, are you okay with everything? And I'd be thinking, I'll do anything. I'll eat my own feces. But if there's crabs there, I've got a problem.